Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Let's Play series. Thank you very much for your comments on the recent videos. I realised that some of the signals on the main line we don't even need, but I put them there anyway. The reason why they were there, and I'll show you actually, let's just put this to one side. Right, so let's go to somewhere that's not too busy. Newark, okay, here we go. So these signals here on the entrance are actually completely and utterly pointless right now, because we've got no trains that come down this line, return and go back up north. However, because if I just hide the bridges, we've got this extra bit of track. This is the return piece. So trains could actually come into one of these platforms and then return and go back out that way. So because they've got the option to return, we've got the signals on there in case we want to do it in the future. And I've actually just noticed another signal there that's just a one way, and it wants to be bi-directional. And we've got one there as well. So we're going to keep an eye out. Oh, look, three of them. Anyway, so we spent the last couple of episodes fixing and updating and improving. Today we're going to try and pick a new project to make us some more money, because really at the end of the day what we're trying to do is complete the challenges. And the 4 challenges, let's just go over them quickly. The first one is the Whole Beach Factory Challenge, to see how much we can make in terms of crates of goods in production. Now we've managed to get Whole Beach up to 5,000, which is really good. So that's quite good. I don't know if many people have gone above the 5,000 notch, but in a couple of episodes we'll be able to see your year 2000 saves. In fact, it will be next episode, because it is the year 2000 right now, October 24th of October, year 2000. So next episode will be the first of your saves. And here is Exeter at 54,000. Now I know we're lagging behind quite a lot, so if we fund new buildings that might help. We're doing better than some people, but there's a lot of people that have done a lot better than us at the Exeter Challenge at growing that. The Highway Challenge, we did a fantastic highway. I think it's making money. Overall the vehicles seem to be making a positive amount of money, which is really good. So we've done something that's successful through there, and we even expanded it with an extra road that comes down to Edinburgh, which is really good. Now I did think about expanding this out in other directions, but there's just not really that much to go to that's within road vehicle distance. I mean, maybe Aberdeen if you were doing trains, but it's a long way to go via road just for a small expansion, unless I'm not sure. I'm not seeing really that much around here that would really be good for it. So we've done quite well with that. And then of course there's the New Island Challenge, which is going to cost an absolute fortune, so we're saving that a little bit more towards the end. So looking at the map and the overview of everything, this is obviously our network here, looking pretty good. We've got a lot of links going up and down between the kind of the Wash area, or kind of, is that South Lincolnshire? And then into London, and of course we've got lines going across. But what industries are nearby, and what can we really start hooking in? Now it might be that we've got some new industries around here. It looks like there aren't really any new coal mines near where we've been working, so that's fine. Are there any new coal mines down here? No new coal mines down there. Any new coal mines along here around in Wales where we've got other coal network? Nope, there's no coal mines there either. So we could look potentially for more or new iron ore mines to link up to the existing network. I don't think that's really going to happen. We could go absolutely crazy and do something maybe at Corsham Interchange and come down to one of these southern towns. Maybe Portsmouth would be a good one to start building out. I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to do another passenger service, because we do have our East Coast Main Line, which is our London to York one, and then we have a London Birmingham Manchester line, and we have a London Exeter line. So let me know if you want me to do any more passenger services. Put your ideas down in the comments. So the only thing I can think of is that if we could do something that like further improves the amount of stuff coming in through the factory, that'd be good. Whether we could actually get all of those goods out of there or not is a whole different kettle of fish. So let's have a look and see what we've got nearby. So I guess we want to disable all and turn on farms, iron ore mines, and what else really? That's about it, isn't it? Because when you go into a factory, it's grain, livestock and steel. Now we do have a steel mill nearby. It's up here. So if there's any iron ore that we can connect up, that would be good. Oh, there is actually another iron ore place. No, wait, that's a farm. I got mixed up between the two. So the iron ore is the brown squares, which actually merge in with the cities quite well. So it's quite difficult to see them. There are a few over here, actually. So what we got here? This is a feeder service. Okay, so that's like a little hub. I mean, it's getting a little bit far out to do all of these ones. I mean, there are more farms, but again, that's a pain. Well, we've had a good look around, and there's nothing that is really that obvious to me. And I'm going to let you guys comment on the passenger network, so I'm going to find something else to do. So I've had a look around, and I've had a little think about it, and I've decided to do a little passenger service. But we're going to use Monorail. We're going to use this new stuff that we've got available to us from last time, and give it a go. It's going to be independent from the rest of the passenger network, so that's why I'm happy to do it. And we want to get as much catchment here as possible. So I'm going to put the station just there, which will be quite nice. Now we don't have to worry too much about the cost of this, because we've got plenty of money in the bank. And I've chosen to start at Portsmouth. Now, whether we expand this railway line, link it into something that maybe one of you has an idea about in the future, well, that remains to be seen. But what we're going to do is try and figure out a nice place for that to connect to. Now, I don't want it to go too far, but I do feel like going somewhere near this main line. And actually, oh god, the mouse acceleration on this game is crazy. Yeah, Wokingham's got a really good area here. The problem is there's just one house in the way here, so I'll just get rid of that house and we'll pop a little station in there. We won't tell anybody, it will just be our little secret. So we'll just level up that land a little. Actually, let's just hide the trees. So Control X for transparency options, then hit the trees there. I've got it set so that it turns them completely invisible. And that hill isn't actually as big as what I thought it was. So I'm just going to cut through it because it's just a little hill. Now, because this is a terminus station, we don't need signals on the end of the platform. So I'm going to put a crossover there. And for now, I'm going to put the depots right there. This will allow us to make it nice and easy. And we will want one-way path signals on this track. There we go. Now we've just got to get this track to where we want it to be. And there is a slight tendency to the left. So let's do that from here to get round as much of that town as possible. And this is a bit more of a bigger hill, but there is a bit of road in the way. The town don't want me to remove the road, so I guess, I mean, we could do this and just go under. So we could have a little tunnel. That works for me. Small tunnels mean basically nothing. There's no reason why small tunnels would be bad. Now this bit of road, I don't think that bit of road is owned by any particular council. It's not one that we're using, so we can break it and not have to worry about it. And it's better to break it now than to accidentally use it in the future and forget you've got a railway line going over it, because that's when you get your vehicles run over. So then we want to come across a little bit, I think. I think now we're going to start coming out of Portsmouth. Now this is a bit of a bad place to come out because we're going to hit this town, but I think if we just put the railway line here, come across as much as possible, There we go. We can just clear that out there until we are level. And we're not quite level yet. Or, oh no, wait, we are. Fantastic, look at that. Brilliant. Okay, so now I've just got to get these two ends connected. I think what we'll do is we'll start off by going quite straight. And this land all the way around here is very up and down. And we're going to be able to go a good way through till about here. And then I feel like diagonalness is definitely needed. So if we go to here and then come across. Now the coast might be lower down. So I don't know how... Oh, I was going to say I don't know how that's going to work out. It actually works out quite well. So we can come right across, pop that in. So why am I doing maglev? I felt like it. I don't think there's any really particularly good reason to do maglev. I mean, monorail. Why am I doing monorail? I don't think there's a good reason to be doing monorail. Just because maglev will be out sometime soon, and it's a big pain to change your entire network twice. Okay, let's get some depots on this end. Now, do we want some depots along the way? Yeah, it's quite a big way. The only problem is that there's not really good places to put them. So maybe we could have like a couple nuzzled in here. And they might not need depots very often. And then we can just pop one in here and there. We're not going to do proper depots here just yet. I'll tell you where we could do with proper depots. We could do with proper depots on the iron ore line. So over here, this iron ore line is getting so busy now. It's just a standard dual track, one way one way the other. Is that dual? No, it's single. A single track. Would you call it a dual track or a single track? You've got a single line going in each direction. And the depots, I think, are just really slowing it down. In fact, I think somebody commented on a recent video saying, yeah, these depots are slowing down the iron line quite a lot. And I would definitely agree. So that's an upgrade we might have to do soon. Maybe even next episode. But now, looking at this, I think we're all good. Now, I should have done the signals before putting the depots in. Because now, if I click and drag these signals, they're only going to go as far as the depot. So, build your line, do your signals, then do your depots. That seems to be a good way of doing it. There we go. Okay, brilliant. Now let's see what trains are available to us. There is one. Good. Now we're just going to do passengers. We're not going to do mail this time. Reliability 90%. Speed 305. Wow, that's fantastic. I can't wait to get the network converted to maglev. Now we've gone for 6 length stations as always. And we're just going to get it to shuttle backwards and forwards. There we go. So I think what we'll do is we could actually do a timetable. We haven't done a timetable in a long time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, cool. So we're going to clone this train so that there is 4 of them. I like the sound of that. And we're going to have to unpause the game to allow them to do a little bit of running backwards and forwards and so forth. And then once they're up and going, we can start looking into their timetable, which is not on this screen. It's on that screen. And we can just turn it to autofill and keep an eye on it. And then I think what the idea is that we'll have an idea of how long this journey takes. And it shouldn't take that long because they're going 305 kilometers an hour. They're really got in for it, actually. Yeah, look at it. Just zooming through the hillside. The hills haven't even grassed over yet because they are just being carved through by our fictitious heavy machinery. But it's going good. And it doesn't look like it needed a depot stop for its entire journey, I'm going to say. Or yeah, because we've made it all the way to Portsmouth now. Now, because we've made it all the way to Portsmouth, we should be able to go into the correct screen now and have a look in the timetable. There we go. So the travel was not timetabled there. Oh wait, there it goes. 30 days. So I think what we'll do is we'll turn off the autofill. We'll set this to... We'll change that one to 30 days. We'll change this one to 30 days. And we'll tell it to stay for 30 days. And you what, hellish? That doesn't seem to make sense. Yeah, I know, it doesn't make sense. But we'll see if it works. So then everything is staying for 30 days and travelling for 30 days, which is why we've got 4 trains. So now if we do start... Now, hang on a minute. If we click... Control click sets the starting point of this timetable and distributes all the vehicles sharing this order evenly based on their relatives. So this one, you can see there, we've just got some coming through. Looks like that's actually worked. But we're going to set a brand new start date. And we're going to do it next time round, I think. It's staying there for 30 days now, so 30 days might be too long. But let's get it to skip its order. And then what we'll do is we'll tell it to go back to Wokingham Central. And we'll get these trains to skip their orders too. Otherwise the station's just going to be full of trains when we're trying to get an order started. Come on. Get out of the way. There we go. So we're trying to get a timetable started. So now this train's on its way to Wokingham Central. I'm going to get the timetable and I'm going to go start date and click control. And it's currently the 28th of January. So I'm going to put this down as February the 15th. Just to give us a few seconds. Start. There we go. And set it on its way. So now this should populate through everywhere. So there's the 15th to the 6th. That's a bit weird. Why has it gone for 56 for... Oh, what? Did I choose the wrong... Where's February in there? I'm confused about what that's doing. Okay, let's have a look at the situation here. So in theory, once these trains spread out and get to where they want to be, we should have a train at each end and one travelling in the middle. I think that's actually worked. Because that one's waiting and these ones are going to where they need to be. So let's just wait down here and see what happens. So one should go in and probably stay there. One will go in and probably leave. They're both staying there. I think they're all staying there, waiting until their start dates. Well, this one just left. Is one of these leaving? No! Okay, well, we'll force one of them to skip. That'll let this train in. Is this one running late now on its timetable? Yes, look. Currently, oh, it's currently running on time, apparently. Okay. That's 14 days late. So I think we've got something slightly out of sequence here. But hopefully they'll all slot themselves into the right sort of order. AD. Oh, arrive, depart. Arrive, depart. I see. Okay, that all makes sense. Well, we have got one at that end now. One at this end and two travelling. So it may not be just right yet, but it is actually starting to work. So we'll give it, look, one more loop. So that one's just leaving now, which means this one down this end should be just leaving. Is it just leaving? Is it just finishing to load and unload? I don't think it's worked. 15th, 15th, 14th, 16th. Where's the next train? Timetable. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's... Oh, maybe it is alright. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think I've done it right. So hopefully these will all be working very soon. Hopefully. We'll see. We're gonna is it right? I'm pondering over this now. I'm unsure. So we've got one train waiting at that end, one train waiting at that end, and two travelling. So that's right. It is doing it. Fantastic. There we go. Well, it didn't seem like it was doing it at first. I think that's because all the trains were really quite delayed or stuck. But let me know down in the comments if you want me to expand on this particular network. Maybe we could have some sort of double T-junction where one of them goes off to Basingstoke and the other one comes off to... I don't know, there's not many... Brighton or something? We could go down to Brighton, couldn't we? Down the coast here. It would be good to do, potentially. So let's just have a quick check and see how we're getting on up here at the factory. Oh, it's gone up even more. 5,600. That is absolutely brilliant. I think we're pretty good on bringing everything in. Although, look at that. Transported, 83%. That's really good. So the amount transported is... It is coping, pretty much. I mean, it doesn't look like it because we've got 5,000 crates of goods at the train station. But overall, 83 and now down to 75. Again, not too bad. We've got even more steel coming through than we had before because we upped all that last time. So we've got a lot to cope with. Let's just have a quick check at some of the stations. Station directory, let's have a look. What we've got going on here in terms of total waiting cargo. So Doncaster, Peterborough, London are some of the ones in the top there. We know that this main line is a big pain. I don't know if there's actually any of these sections now that I can get myself in with some extra platforms. It looks like we've done York, we've done Doncaster, we've done Newark. I think just Peterborough and Stevenage were the ones we're having problems with. So I was able to delete those two now. So yep, we can do that one. Let's try here. No, we can't quite do all of it on this side yet. So we will just purchase the land there and add our extra platform, making sure we're not going to monorail. We need electric for this bit. And we can fill in the extra platforms. Just one track, please. There we go. Just to give our trains some extra flexibility when choosing platforms. We want bidirectional path signals. What do they call it? They just call it path signal and then one-way path signal. I like to call it bidirectional path signal and one-way path signal, just to be extra clear. What about down in Stevenage? Stevenage is actually really quite small. I thought it'd grow a lot more. Did we do like fund new buildings? We might have done, but I just funded it again. We did actually get all the platforms in. So it's just really London that's been a big pain. Although we have just managed to get rid of the last bits there. So we can put our extra one platform in here. There we go. Is that all okay? I think it is. It's just an extra... Oh, there's two extra platforms. Oh, we're going to have to move it over to really take advantage of that, I think. Which means, like, all this road system here needs to come out. this exit path would need to go here. The entrance path would need to come right over. Can I unpause this for a moment just to get that train out the way? There. So I think what we'd have to do is bring that like this, and then this one would come back out. So there's an entrance here into these three. Then you can go out that way. And then we do something similar here. So we've got an entrance into these three, and then you can go out like that. That works. That does work. Let's get rid of that bit of hillside. And I think I can just do that, and then everything's fine. Yeah, that works. Doesn't look like there's any 90-degree turns or anything ridiculous like that. I can see how the train can flow into each of the three platforms. And I can see how the train can exit each of the three platforms and go to where it needs to go. That should work fine. Okay, cool. So we managed to do an extra little upgrade in London as well. Stevenage was okay, wasn't it? Yeah, Stevenage was okay. So it's just Peterborough. It's just Peterborough that's been a pain with its few buildings. It actually let us delete another building there. I wonder if we can bribe them. Local authority. They think I'm medium. Let's bribe them. It only costs 3 million. They think we're good now. Okay. I wonder if we could do this via bribes. Okay. Well, they probably think we're medium now after deleting that building. Okay, let's try another bribe. Okay. Still one more building to get rid of. Are we going to be able to do 3 in a row? Yeah. I don't actually know what the percentage chance is to fail a bribe. It's not something that I think I've ever looked up. I very rarely use the bribes because I usually just do trees. There we go. So there's all the signals and extra platforms done for our main line now. So in theory, we might be able to get a few more trains going through it. Notice how... where has it gone? Where are we? Why are we at Ruskington? I don't want to be at Ruskington. I want to be following the main line up to Newark. So notice at Newark, there's no queue of trains either side. You can look at, go further up to Doncaster. Again, no queue of trains. It's all quite free and flowing. Whereas, if we go down to Peterborough, we had one platform for quite a while, so it's not too bad. But down here at Stevenage, again, it's free flowing. So the one place where there's the most trains building up, like behind it, down here, we've got a bit of a queue of trains, has been Peterborough, where we've only just been able to add those new platforms. That to me says the platforms are working. There was a little bit of comments over the last couple of episodes about like why having the extra platforms would increase the entire throughput of the railway line. And it's because you could very easily have 2 trains loading and unloading at the 2 platforms that were available to it. And there was trains behind just waiting for that loading and unloading to happen. If you add another platform, that gives you more loading and unloading capacity. You can get the trains out of through there quicker through the stations, and then travelling on down the line, holding less up behind it. So in this line, it wasn't really the capacity of the line that was the problem, it was the capacity of the stations. And hopefully we've fixed that now. We'll be able to see that a little bit more in action next time, as well as having a look at our new monorail line. Did I say the right one? Yeah, I did. Monorail line. So I hope you enjoyed that. Remember, leave all your thoughts, ideas and questions down in the comment section. And if you want to take part in a massive, big public game of OpenTTD with me and some of the other people, then you might be able to. On the 18th of December, we will be doing my massive charity live stream event. We're going to have a big game of OpenTTD. We've got challenges and giveaways, and it's going to be really good. So I've already scheduled in that live event. You can check that out on my website and on my schedules. And yeah, come along and have fun. Put it in your diary. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. And for now, goodbye.